Now, from 41 NBC Sports, it's time for Friday Night Football scores and highlights. You're in the end zone. Brought to you in part by Macon and Robbins Bedroom and Mattress, Dublin Chevy Nissan, and Raphael Tire Master. With Bill Shanks, Tucker Sargent, and Shaaz Peerani.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the End Zone. I'm Bill Shanks from the Superstations. As the weather gets cooler, the high school football games get more important. Later on in our show, Tucker will join us to see if John Millage could extend the state record 57-game win streak, and Shaaz will have Stratford and Mount DeSales as our game of the week. Let's get started with a big game in Region 2 in Quad A as Westside hosted Spalding. The Seminoles have played really well this season, coming in at 6-1, but tonight's opponent from Griffin was ranked 6th in the state in Quad A by the AJC. Spalding 8-0 so far this season and undefeated in the region. Here we go, out to Ed DeFore Sports Complex for the highlights of this game on homecoming night. First quarter, let's get to it now. Westside will punt it. Carmel Thomas, but nope, it's blocked. Dwight Terrell gets it, picks it up, and he gets in the end zone. 6 points on the board. 2-point conversion, no good. 6-0 in the first quarter for Spalding. Second quarter action now. Spalding looking to score again. Kirk Clark hands off. Cedric Evans, touchdown. 6 more. PAT. Nope, they're going to go for 2. Tyquavius Holland gets it in for the 2 points. Spalding up 14-zip. Coach Risper trying to get the Seminoles going and gets a little thing going here. Here's a play that will get him in position to score. Ball snap to Iverson, hands off to Bell, and a nice game here, brought down around midfield. Very next play, Bell again, hands off to Iverson, breaks a tackle. What is he going to do? Well, he's going to take all. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He is going to score for the Seminoles. PAT would bring the score to 14-7. Jaguars still on top. Late in the second quarter, Jags with the ball, snap to Clark, and he's going to heave it. Look at that throw. Pretty good. That's better than Joe Milton, I think, Tucker. How about that? Evans gets it, takes it, touchdown. PAT would be up and good, giving Spalding a comfortable 21-7 lead, and Spalding would win it. 48-13 the final. Westside falls to 6-2, 2-2 in the region. They'll be at Baldwin next Friday night. Now to Warner Robins. Northside hosted Lee County in a big region game for the Eagles. And here come the Eagles onto the field at McConnell Talbot Stadium. All right, here we go now. Very first play of the game. Northside kicks it off to Lee County. And watch this. This is not the way you start a game here. Jeffrey Anderson. Jeffrey runs it all the way up. Nope, kicker can't get him. Can you believe that? First play, that's all Lee County needed. And they're on the board 7-0 after the PAT. Second drive, Osmani Krumah gets the ball and makes a big run, and he's going to be caught, brought down inside the 20, however. It sets Lee County up for the next play. Weston Bryan is going to get in there. Kick is good, 14-0. Again, third drive now for Lee County. Krumah gets the ball, and he's going to go for a touchdown, 75 yards. This is Lee County, man. They're always good, 21-0. During Northside's third drive after the end of the first quarter, Northside, fourth down, goes to the kick, but it's blocked. Grabbed by Leroy Jackson of Lee County, number 91, who runs it all the way back for a touchdown. Kick would be good, 21-0. Lee County out on top. They're not done. Fast forward to Lee County's fifth drive. Near midfield, Jeffrey Anderson once again gets the ball, and watch the run. He's going to wait and then take off. Yep, another touchdown. Kick would not be good that time, 34-0. Right before the half, they did it again. Weston Bryan scores. That would make it 41-0. Lee County, they go on to win this game. 56-7 is the final score. Northside now 4-4 on the year and 1-2 in the region. They'll host Veterans next week. All right, when we come back, we'll have 4 games in the city of Macon. More of the End Zone coming up right after this.
Tonight, we lift up and celebrate Flint Energy's Power Lineman of the Week, Alec Mays, and high school football lineman DeMarcus Thompson of Central High School. Both linemen working to bring power and passion to everything they do, on and off the field. 41 NBC Lineman of the Week is powered by Flint Energies. Friday Night Football scores and highlights. You're in the end zone. Brought to you in part by Macon and Robin's Bedroom and Mattress, Dublin Chevy Nissan, and Raphael Tire Master. With Bill Shanks, Tucker Sargent, and Shaaz Peerani.
High school football is everything.
A big game tonight for Northeast as the Raiders try to remain undefeated in Region 2 in AA. They welcome the Spencer Green Wave Owls to Thompson Stadium. Spencer also 4-0 in the region, and they beat Northeast last season in Columbus. Raiders trying to win their 7th game tonight after a big win over Kendrick a week ago. Here we go for some highlights of this game. Raiders were scoring first early in this game, and they're going to take the ball after they get a fumble recovery when they get going here. Reginald Glover really played well early on for the Raiders. He's going to keep the ball himself and just take off. I mean, ain't no one close to him. He is gone to the end zone for a touchdown, 6-0. They would miss the 2-point conversion. The Green Wave gives up a punt on their next drive, allowing the Raiders to regain possession. Back on offense, Glover again, and again takes it to the end zone. Raiders were up 12-0 as the point after, no good. Nope, no good. 12-zip is the score. Later on now in the second quarter, Spencer takes the field once again. Quarterback Gary Gaither is going to throw a bad pass, gets picked off by the defense, and again the Raiders get on the board. It's 19-0 following the point after, and they are in complete control, right? Northeast Raiders again knocking on the door before halftime. Glover to TJ Wright. Touchdown. It's 25-0, and you won't believe this. Spencer came back to win this game in the second half in overtime, 35-34. An awful loss for Northeast, their first region loss of the season. Across town to Ace, another Region 2 game in AA. Ace hosted Griffin tonight. Here we go for the highlights of this game where Rutland had the ball for most of the first quarter. They did not score. We start with Rutland's second possession. Marquise Ladner gets around multiple defenders. Nice run there to about the 15. He finishes off the drive with a nice play here coming to Josh Vinson. He's open. He's going to score. First touchdown of the game during the second quarter. PAT no good. It was 6-0 Rutland. Now Caleb Scarberry gets going for Ace. Tries to find an open receiver. He's got one. Ace Hatcher, I could have called that, but you did it better, my man. Completely open for the score. PAT would be good, and Ace would take the lead, 7-6. Ace, after Rutland fumbled, would take over once again. Scarberry is going to heave it downfield. Watch this. Bryce Whitley, he's in there, 53 yards, touchdown. Get out of our shot, Ben. Hey, it's a good 53-yard score, 14-6 Ace. With the ball again, Ace, Scarberry again, Patterson. Brought down right there, and Scarberry would finish it off, get that Ace going into the end zone again for another score. It was 21-6 Ace at the half. They win it 34-14. They're now 6-1 on the season, 4-1 in Region 2 in AA. All right, Tucker is here in the private school football, and could John Millage win number 58 in a row tonight at FPD?
That was the big question. Interesting fun fact, FPD led the all-time series 16-3 coming in, but they hadn't played since 2007 until last year, and John Millage won 56-7. So here we go to tonight's highlights. The Victor's Grill, always packed over there at George S. Johnson Stadium. FPD hoping to be victorious tonight. John Millage would get it first and went to work on the ground. JV and Butts shedding would-be tacklers, picking up 14 yards on the game's first play. A few plays later, Bud Veal patiently working his way up the middle, then cuts it outside. Veal picks up another first down on the ground, and then the Trojans go to the air. Colt McMichael back to pass, and there is Jalen Butts behind everybody. 40-yard touchdown, just like that. Trojans up 7-0 after the kick. Ensuing FPD drive now. Jakari Williams, the Syracuse commit, slings it to Brett Griffin, who's off to the races. He's going to score. No, they mark him out at the 3-yard line, so he stepped out of bounds, and that will come back to haunt FPD. The Vikings forced to try a field goal, 26-yard kick up and good from Lucas Buckner, and it's 7-3. Later in the first, still 7-3. FPD's defense swarms Jaden Dorsey, but Dorsey is not going down. In fact, he is off to the races. Taken down inside the 30-yard line, what should have been a stop at the line of the scrimmage turns into a 40-yard gain. 4th and goal now, same drive, second quarter. Oh my goodness. He should have been taken down. It's Javian Butts, and he's proven why these guys are so hard to beat. He scores, it's 13-3. FPD now trailing 20-3. Williams with a dart over the middle to Gavin Spillers. He's taken down inside the 25. Vikings would end up turning it over on downs, but they get another shot at it, and they go back to the seam to the same receiver. It's Spillers, and this time he is gone. Brock Bowers, our producer, plays says.
Looked like him.
Touchdown FPD. Extra point no good. It was 20-9 at halftime. Both teams scoreless in the third. How about FPD in the fourth quarter, though? Making it close. 27-22. The final score. Great battle, but JMA's win streak is now at 58. FPD 4-3-1, of course, after tying Laney earlier this season.
You wonder if that's the closest score.
Close. Stratford was close last year. Maybe it was 7. It was something like that.
Yeah,
we'll have to check.
JT may be losing some sleep with these under 10-point victories
and
here.
To blow a 20-3 lead, they still won. But yeah,
they'll be running on Monday.
Yeah, they will be.
I can promise you that. All right, good for JMA to get that win. We'll have our game of the week coming up right after this.
More highlights coming up on the End Zone. Tonight's catered meal for the End Zone crew is provided by Cow Pies Pizza. Food the whole family will love. # utterly delicious.
High school football is everything.
It's time for more Friday Night Football scores and highlights. You're in the End Zone. Brought to you in part by Macon and Robin's Bedroom and Mattress, Dublin Chevy Nissan, and Raphael Tire Master. With Bill Shanks, Tucker Sargent, and Shaaz Peerani.
High school football is everything.
Tonight's game of the week was Stratford at Mount DeSales. This has been a great rivalry through the years. The Eagles had won 2 in a row over the Cavs coming in, and they were the heavy favorites tonight as Mount DeSales had lost 16 in a row dating back to last season. Here's Shaaz now with our game of the week.
Hey Bill, Stratford leads the all-time meetings 32-19, and these head coaches not new to this rivalry at all. Somehow the Eagles still looking for that first region victory of the season, while we know Mount DeSales still looking for that first overall victory on the season. So let's see who gets it done here tonight at Mike Garvin Stadium. It was senior night for the Cavaliers, so they're hoping things go their way this time around. We go to the first drive of the game, and Eagles have the ball. Cope Smith gets the handoff, goes through the middle, finds a hole, would work his way outside and go out of bounds just around the 5-yard line. And the Eagles would make use of that run as later in the drive, Smith once again gets the handoff, goes to the outside, makes his way in for the first score of the game, and Stratford up 7-0 after the extra point. Now next Stratford drive, I was confused. This wing T offense is crazy, but hey, it led to another touchdown as Eagles would take a 14-0 lead after the extra point. So last play, they tricked me. This time, you don't get tricked. A little more trickery in the backfield as Nathan Haskell ends up with it. Works his way to the outside and gets a big gainer, setting up the Eagles for yet another score. And they would do exactly that the following play. This time, it's a pass play as quarterback Connor Fitzpatrick finds Smith wide open for another touchdown. And Eagles quickly up 21-0. Well, Stratford with the ball once again. This time, Fitzpatrick can't find anything, so he'll take it himself. That's another big gainer, takes a big hit, lowers the shoulder, and he also sets up the Eagles for another score as this time he throws it up to Haskell, who makes the beautiful catch in the end zone. And that is another 7 on the board as Stratford led 28-0 at halftime. But in the first drive of the second half, Cavs get something going finally, as this time Caleb Linder gets the handoff and makes a beautiful gain all the way inside the 10-yard line. And oh boy, yes, the Cavaliers would take advantage as a few plays later, as quarterback Davian DeShazier finds Lawton Hall for the first point of the game for the Cavs, and they trail 28-7 after the extra point. However, Eagles strike right back as who else? Smith gets the handoff. He would take the long route into the end zone, but gets in with the flip, and Stratford would end up leading 35-7 after the extra point and would go on to get the victory 35-14. Well, another tough loss for the Cavaliers, now falling to 0-8 on the season and losing 17 in a row dating back to last year. They'll look to win that first one and get that monkey off their back against a tough John Millage Academy team next Friday at home, while Stratford wins that first Region 1 finally, and they will look to win another one in 2 weeks as they face FPD in the final game of their regular season. That's all I've got from Mike Garvin Stadium. Back to you, Bill.
All right, Shaaz, thank you. We'll check the scores and say goodnight right after this.
The 41 NBC Lineman of the Week is sponsored by Flint Energies.
If you like the Bulldogs, Yellow Jackets, Eagles, and even the Falcons, I invite you to join me weekdays at 3 for the Bill Shanks Show. The Superstations is on 93.1 FM in Macon, 105.9 FM in Warner Robins, 98.3 FM in South Central Georgia, and all over the world online at thesuperstations.com. And next week, complete coverage of the Georgia-Florida game. Science! Let's go to the scoreboard right now. Tift County beat Veterans tonight 14-6. Warhawks have lost 4 straight. They'll be at host Northside next week. Baldwin now 5-3. They beat West Lawrence 32-7. Warner Robins 35. Eagles Landing 7. That's 3 straight to the Demons. They'll host Jones County next week in our game of the week. Peach County lost a heartbreaker to Upson Lee 21-20. The Trojans fall to 2-6. Cook by 20 over Dodge County. The Indians are now 1-8. Waco evens their record at 4-4. They beat Butler tonight. Bleckley County over East Lawrence 42-13. Royals are now 7-2. The Falcons fall to 2-6. Dublin now 6-2. They beat Jefferson County 63-13. Dooley County edges Wilcox County 28-25. Bobcats are 3-0 in the region. How about this? The Hawkinsville Red Devils beat Treadland tonight 30-16. Hawkinsville 6-2 on the year, 2-1 in the region. That's the first winning season for them since 2014, the year they won the state title. Hancock shuts out Twiggs County 48-0. Tonight in Wrightsville, Johnson County beat Wilkinson County 21-12. Windsor blew out Crisp Academy tonight 62-6. The Knights are 6-2. Brookstone beat Westfield by the score of 38-21. Also Macon County, Taylor County, Sly County, also winners tonight. Thanks for joining us on this Friday night. We'll be back right here next week for more football. We'll see you next week. For now, I'm Bill Shanks, and for all of us at 41 NBC, good night.